going on, you guys? It's your boy Alex West Collects here, bringing the most in-depth action figure reviews here on YouTube. And today we're taking a look at WWE Mattel Elite Series 106. We have Chad Gable. First time in a long time since we've seen an Elite Chad Gable. We have Sami Zayn making his return to the Elite lineup, as well as the first time in the line here in the Elites. We have Roxanne Perez. If you are interested in grabbing any of these figures, they are now available and shipping from ringsidecollectibles.com. When you guys shop there, use discount code 4LIFE to save 10% off your order. So happy to have this set in time before Christmas. You know, this has been a banger set. This is being the last video review of the way. We were going to do 3 of them here, and we will rank the full set at the end. But you'll see we're getting an updated Chad Gable. Don't forget, in Elite 107, we're going to get Otis to match him, so that'll be really fun. They did tease us at WrestleMania Access. We did see this the shirt, shoosh, and I was like, man, I cannot wait to have another Chad Gable. I missed out on the first one. I don't even know, was that like a Walmart figure? He had the kind of the longer hair. This is more of his updated look. I still feel like it's a tad outdated, right? He does kind of have, I feel like he's clean shaven now, right? He has kind of the mustache or the stubble. But you do get the peace hands, I believe, this is the first time we're seeing it, but they probably were tooled up for that Ultimate Edition Jeff Jarrett that got canceled, unfortunately. But you do have your Chad Gable Elite. It looks really good. You get the cloth shirt, the interchangeable hands. For Sami Zayn making his return, I believe Elite, was it 102? With the mousetrap was the last one we got. That was a good figure. I liked it, especially that was kind of towards where Sami was really peaking with his whole Bloodline story. This is more after the Bloodline look, I guess. You will see he does have more of a regular face. It isn't that crazy, you know, funny, smiling looking face. So I'm excited for this one. You do get the Sami Zayn over the shirt here, taped over just like he did when he left the Bloodline. Get the interchangeable hands as well. And Roxanne Perez comes in. I believe this is the first time we're getting the NXT Women's Championship belt resized. She does come with a set of interchangeable hands. So these will be really fun to go through. Let's take a look at the side of the packaging here. You will see the nameplates for each of the figures. Flipping all the way around. My favorite part of the box, really do dig it on these new boxes, is these large images. I love how they just fill out the whole thing. Get Elite Series 106 on the top. On the back, you'll get some more action shots, the other figures in the wave, which we have already reviewed. Let's come back. We're going to open all 3 of these figures out of the packaging and see what they have to offer. And starting us off, we're taking a look at Roxanne Perez out of the packaging. So accessory-wise, you do get a set of interchangeable fisted hands. You can see her thumbs do have that black nail polish on there, so a little nice attention to detail by Mattel. So I believe this is the first time we're getting the NXT Women's Championship belt in the resized, smaller version. I'll be honest, it still looks a little big for her, but I believe Roxanne Perez is not the biggest woman. So I guess it's passable, but let's kind of zoom in on this belt. Give you guys a quick close-up look at it. Looks pretty good. I do like the colors in there. You can see the NXT 2.0 design with the blue and the red here. So it looks pretty good. Nice back finish to it. As far as the figure itself, so let's move on through we'll start off with the head sculpt first. An okay likeness. You can see she does have that smiling skin that you generally see with her. The nice long black hair. It does split here in the front, parted in the back. So I do like that attention to detail. Take a look at her gear underneath. You will see that she does have one sleeve kind of cut off and then one kind of full sleeve here with these little ties on the side. Looks pretty good. You can see different colors. It really does pop. Looks like a ref gear with like paint splatter on there with the yellow and the pink and the green. So it looks pretty good. Take a look on the other side. They are double jointed pinless elbows. Taking a look at her tights over here, or trunks. The pattern does follow through. Same on the back. The legs, I will say, do look a little weird. I don't know if she wears stockings or what, but look at the difference in the color. So that looks a little odd. She does have pin legs. One of the few figures that do not have the double-jointed pinless knees. Take a look at the boots. I do like the sculpt. You can see the laces here on the side. And the green, I really do like that. It is a nice pop of color to it. Take a look at the back of the tire. You'll see the ties continue through. So the tire looks pretty good. The head scan is not bad. All in all, pretty good debut figure for Roxanne Perez. And bringing a few other female superstar figures to give you some scaling comparisons with Roxanne Perez. So on the left, we have the Elite Rhea Ripley. And on the right, we have the Survivor Series Elite Becky Lynch. Also, if you guys were curious to see what the NXT Women's Championship belt looked like versus another resized women's title, we have the SmackDown Women's Championship belt here. And you can see they are similar in size and kind of scale. The next figure we are taking a look at is one that I was really excited for. We have an updated Chad Gable. I don't remember when his last Elite figure was. I'm guessing here, and correct me if I'm wrong, because there have been so many figure releases, but was the Walmart exclusive the last one we got? And he had a completely different look at the time. I feel like he had that headband, the long hair. I still have the singlet, those short boots, but I'm not remembering anything in between, so this was long overdue if that is the case. So accessory-wise, you do get a set of interchangeable pointing hands, so you can do his shoe pose here. You also do get a set of mic open holding hands. And lastly, the most important set of hands that you will get for your Chad Gable, you get the peace hands for him to do the thank you pose. I'm going to go out on a limb and say these were tooled for your Ultimate Edition Jeff Jarrett. Unfortunately, that figure did get canned, and it is not coming out. He is no longer with the company. But at least we get another use for it with your Chad Gable. Additionally, you do also get your shoe shirt here. You will see the Alpha Academy logo if you want to zoom in real quick. Give you a quick close-up. It is a nice soft material. Velcro's here on in the back, which I personally, again, prefer this for the Elites. I feel like it's just easier to get on. It doesn't ruin the shirt. But this looks nice. Soft material, fits on and off very easily. As far as the rest of the figure goes, he does have this beautiful singlet. I believe this is not similar, but I feel like he did come in a blue singlet prior, so this looks pretty good. You got the like kind of goldish or mustard color here with a white. I really do like the attire. If you guys want to zoom in, get a quick close-up. It looks really nice and clean here. You can see he does have the singlet continuing on with the pattern around his legs. Same around the back. He does have that neck tattoo here. So that looks pretty good. You can see the white wrist tape. Moving on down, he does have the double jointed pinless knees. And I've noticed that these pinless knees are very tight to articulate. I hope Mattel is aware of that. I mean, have you guys noticed that too? Because trying to get him into some poses, you got to work it. I don't feel like they're that easy to move out of the box. But you'll see the pattern on the knee pads. The beautiful white and black boots. I really do like the look and the aesthetics of this figure. And let's take a look at this head sculpt, man. It just turned out so nice. Such a great likeness to Chad Gable. I love the smile here. I love the little curl on the hair. I believe he's clean shaven now, right? Am I making this up? But so maybe it's just a tad outdated. But don't forget, we are getting the Elite 107 Otis to pair with him real soon. And speaking of Otis, we have the other prior Elite that came out a while ago. Obviously, a way different gimmick. We have the Working Man Otis. I actually really loved his storyline with Mandy Rose. That was just one of my favorite storylines, especially with Otis and his personality. But you can see how Chad Gable does pair with this Elite. I'm excited for the updated version. That one's going to have that interchangeable hair pieces, just similar to the Elite 106 Jimmy Uso that we did review. So that'll be interesting to have in the collection and kind of pair him with this Chad Gable. And the last figure we're looking at in this set is the Elite 106 Sami Zayn. So accessory-wise, you do get a set of interchangeable mic open holding hands. You will see the pegs are white, so that does match the hand tape on here. I really do love that when Mattel does go the extra mile. You also do get this nice Sami Zayn t-shirt from when he left the Bloodline. You can see he's got the Zayn kind of patch over Sami Uso. You can see that he does have the same kind of design here on his pants. I feel like this is a little sloppy. It is really hard to see the Zayn in there. Didn't come out that great if you ask me, but I noticed that right away when taking a look at the t-shirt, but I did want to point that out for you guys. But zooming back out, you can see the shirt is also Velcroed on in the back here. Easily removed. I do like it. It is a nice clean t-shirt, and you get your standard Sami Zayn that we've seen prior. He's got that smaller Daniel Bryan torso. Correct me if I'm wrong, but are you guys seeing that this mustache just looks a little too damn dark for my sake here? Look at that. I don't know what happened here with the paint, but it doesn't really looks off. I feel like that's the first thing I noticed when I pulled it out of the box. You will see it is really light on the bottom, and the mustache itself is just generally way too dark. Even the beard itself, I don't feel like it really painted on that well. I feel like you kind of see the flesh tone on there. I don't know. I don't really like that at all. That's the thing I'm noticing. And it's a shame because this head sculpt and skin, or whatever you want to call it, is really good. You can see the hair sculpt on the back. I dig it. I just don't feel like the beard is painted on nice. I don't know if it's the True FX, the way they spray on the paint on the face, but it looks off. As far as the fatigues that he does wear, they are pretty much plain black. You do have the patches on the side, just like we took a look at earlier. He does have these tall, nice lace boots. These are actually really clean, man. Look at the white paint here on the side with the white laces. But, you know, standard for what you've got with Sami Zayn. I will say I've never really been a big fan of his pants. I feel like they have this kind of like sculpted piece here, and it just really hinders articulation. And when you try to like bend it back, look how hard that is to do. Like, it shouldn't be that hard. I feel like a piece here gets kind of stuck from the actual mold or what. I don't know. But I think he's on the ball joints. He is. So I don't know what the deal is. It's just, I feel like I've noticed this with a few Sami. So I'm not the biggest fan of the actual sculpt of the pants and especially this head. And just a few quick Sami Zayn comparisons. So on the left, we have his tag team partner. We have the Elite 101 Kevin Owens, and you can see he is slightly shorter than Sami Zayn. Next to the Elite 106, we have his last Elite in Series 102. Let's bring them in real close. We'll remove this hat, and you can see the head sculpts are pretty good for both. I will say the beard looks to be painted on a little better on the Elite 102, but the rest of the figure is the same. It is kind of a straight repaint. You can see the boots are a little more white. I really do. Something about these just look a lot cleaner if you ask me, but same kind of fatigues that he does have on. The logos on there are a little different. They are kind of flipped with some different designs. The back is exactly the same. So I don't know which one I like better. I really just want to keep one Sami for my collection. I do like this head. Like I keep saying, and I've said it in the last segment, just that mustache is really looking odd to me. If you guys are enjoying this review, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know, what do you think of these figures? Will you be adding them to your collection? My personal opinion, the Elite 106 Roxanne Perez is pretty good. I like her gear. The attire really does pop. You're getting a new NXT Women's Championship belt that is resized. I really like how her boot design came out as well, and a little laces on the side. Just something that really adds a little pop of color to it. The head sculpt is pretty decent too, so if you are a big NXT fan, I think this is a definite add for your collection. Sami Zayn, I feel like this is probably, I'm going to say, a better figure than the Elite 102. That head sculpt with the open mouth was just a tad too goofy. His character is obviously very different from that time. And it's funny, when I reviewed the Elite 102, I said I feel like he was missing some type of soft goods t-shirt. So we do get that with this new version. But then I will say I kind of wish they included a hat. So I took the green hat from the Elite 102 and threw it on here. And I feel like it definitely completes it and kind of takes away from that darker coloring on the mustache. That's probably my biggest gripe. The mustache and the articulation around the leg where it kind of gets caught when you try to move it up and down. Chad Gable, I absolutely love. This figure is so fun. I love all the interchangeable hands. I feel like it does kind of complete it and add a little something to it. So highly recommend this. Looking forward to grabbing Otis and completing the Alpha Academy. But since this is the final review of Elite Series 106, I want to bring the rest of the figures from the wave back and rank them from my least favorite to my favorite. Bringing the rest of the figures in here from Elite Series 106. So we have a total of 7 figures here, including the Chase variant blue-suited Paul Bearer. So we're going to rank them in order at number 7 with my least favorite to number 1 being my favorite. At number 7, we're going to go with Roxanne Perez. I'm just not the biggest NXT fan, to be honest with you guys, so I wasn't really crazy excited for her, so she's going to be at the bottom. At number 6, I'm going to go Sami Zayn. I just feel like this figure is pretty good. It's just not really that much of an upgrade, in my opinion, versus some other Elites that we have gotten in the past. Primarily, I'm going to go with that facial hair kind of, bugging me a little bit. So, and, not to say that he's a bad figure, because this is a very tough and very strong set, so we got a lot of good figures here. At number 5, I'm going to go Jey Uso. I'm just not crazy about the paint applications. The white stubble on his beard just does not look good at all. At number 4, I'm going to go with Jimmy Uso. I just feel like something with this figure left a little more to be desired. I mean, the attire on these figures are great, but they are a little skinnier than I kind of would have liked, to be totally honest with you guys. So at number 3, this is tough, man. I'm going to go Chad Gable. This is a very fun figure. I love all the interchangeable hands. I love the head sculpt and the attire. Like I said, I'm so excited to complete the Alpha Academy coming up with Series 107 Otis. And here is where we get, it's even tougher, man. Number 2 or number 1. There's 2 Paul Bearers right going to be at the top of my list. Number 2, I'm going to go with the Chase blue suited. It is a great figure, but number 1, I'm going to have to go with the absolute definitive look of Paul Bearer with the black hair, the kind of black around his eyes, the pale skin tone. These figures are all phenomenal, but these 2 are probably without a doubt the tops. And this Paul Bearer, the standard version, is just so much fun. I'm going to have lots of fun taking pictures and posing them on my display shelf next to a few different Undertaker figures. But this is a solid set. If you are interested in grabbing any of them, they are now available and shipping from ringsidecollectibles.com. When you guys shop, use promo code 4LIFE to save 10% off your order. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at AlexWestCollects. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video review, and I'll catch you all on the next one.